So it's Monday and it's 9 o'clock. So what that means is that we're having a conversation with dear Mr. President. And, there really is very little else for us to discuss now but than the state of security in the country and whether it is criminals who are hired by... if somebody hires a criminal, is that person a criminal?
001, yes.
Okay. So if you hire a criminal, you too are a criminal. You hire a criminal to perform criminal activities.
You are a criminal.
You then also are a criminal.
Yes.
Okay. So if you have criminals hiring criminals to do particular things in the country, at the moment we see that it actually is quite ugly. That it is to be expected now that when there is a visit in a church or where there is a political rally, that the criminals will show up having been asked to do that with a bit of some monetary persuasion, inducement. The hope is that it wouldn't happen. But unfortunately, we've seen that our hopes have been dashed against the rocks because of what we saw yesterday and what we saw the week before that and what we saw the week before that. And guess what? What we saw the week before? That it has been. So my point being what? That it has been happening with such unwanted regularity that the time for Kenyans to be concerned about that was a while ago.
Yes.
Now things are getting to fever pitch. But the question that we're asking this morning, so if we are going to tell dear Mr. President that Kenyans are worried, but that they are concerned that there's an issue with this goon criminality and that not enough is being done about it. But folks, is it a mirror into what is going to happen in 2027, or are people making a little bit too much noise? That these are isolated incidences, that they've happened with regularity, yes, but it is not a mirror into 2027. The current criminal culture that we see happening in the country around political events and or political decisions such as an election, are they insights into what would happen in 2027, and is there need to be cautious? Is the question that we're asking this morning. Or do you feel as though, dear Mr. President, you got this, it's okay, we just see that there's some random sporadic incidents and we don't have anything to worry about? We actually want to hear from you this morning. We'll tell you what that number is, as Dennis also tells us what he thinks.
Methinks. Based off, because I was around 2007, 2007, there's a lot of rhetoric that was being said and we ignored them. And we said, you know what, we are a peaceful country, elections have come and gone, and we will go through this like every other time. Until we found ourselves deep in the trenches, right? In a very precarious condition and situation that we were forced now to wake up and say, Allah, tumejipata pabaya. With what it is we're seeing right now, right? I shudder to imagine that, let me take example, what happened in Kisumu. For a very long time, people in the region have been known for using two things. Unarusha jiwe na mkono, or you're using something called rujure. Like that one.
The one for Samson.
King David and Goliath. That one. It is called rujure in Luo.
Rujure who?
Rujure. Yes. Okay. That is what is known. Now, we're looking at sophisticated weaponry that then you're seeing getting into this space. What does that mean? Apart from what they are well known for, there is additional equipment that they are using today. Now, as we get into the elections, what does it mean when the entire country will be getting into an election and everybody is coming with their supporters and opposition as well? Is there a telltale for what is to come? I say yes. What must we do? We must start dealing with it today. And when we talk about investigations to be carried out, if I have seen you in Olkalau, week 1, week 2, with millions of shillings, I, as IEBC, will ask you, where is the source of this money that you are doing what? You are giving. I will start investigations. I will look into your account, whether there are withdrawals or heavy deposits, and ask you, fine, you withdraw this money. How did you spend it? Can you give us receipts to show how you spent this money? In the event where your account has not been touched, there is no heavy deposits, there's no heavy withdrawals. I will ask you, who is the source of the money that you are giving? What have I done? I've started investigations into the source of the money that you're dishing out in All Kalau. What would that do? Anybody else who wants to follow that route will know we are being watched. With that, you have done what? You have, in one way or the other, dealt with illegal and money laundering that we are seeing in these elections, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we also see that in these campaigns, it is one side. If it's one side that is coming to do their campaign, everything is smooth. The other side, when they come in, they are being attacked. I will ask the question, why? I will task the police to investigate. If not doing that, then I am equally part and parcel of the problem. So, thing is, if our EBC today is clearly showing us that they are not able to deal with the problems that do exist, common knowledge on what needs to be done, then how will it be during an electioneering period when all the 290 constituencies, everybody will be there with their, if they are goons, they'll be there with their goons, with their supporters and opposition alike. Will they be able to handle that if they can't handle a single constituency?
Those are the questions, and those form part of the questions that we're asking you this morning as well. Is what we are seeing now a look into 2027? Does it worry you at one point or another that this is what we could be looking into? That does it lean into 2027? Many have warned. The Kofi Annan Foundation did give some percentages of 87% and 79% and said that Kenya is likely to go the 2007 way for all that we're seeing, if this is anything to go by. Ask the question, if this is anything to go by, is Kenya likely to enter into a state of violence if something is not done? We're taking our calls, rather your calls this morning, and we'll hear from you on 0732 142 650, 0732 142 653. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Onyango from Bondo.
Yes, Onyango. How is Bondo this morning?
We are fine, but not very happy.
Not very happy. Why?
Not very happy about the developments in the country today.
Why is that? And if what we see is happening today, should it be worrisome for 2027?
I'm really a worried man. 2027, really worried. Yeah, what is the government doing now paves the way for doing worse things in 2027. And I believe some of the people who are operating these activities or doing these activities are making our country becoming more and more dangerous in the future. What I've seen in Kalau shows blunt, very blunt and deliberate activities which are actually undermining our democracy. Our democracy is at stake, and we cannot have a country where there is one election by-election in a particular constituency, where all government resources, including people we pay with our own tax, going there to campaign for the government of the day. What is so difficult in allowing the people of Kalau to decide on the candidate, the person they want to elect them in parliament? Why should the government go there with all sorts of assorted goods, including chickens, some of which I know have died on the way before they reach home of the rescue, including small what this thing we sleep on, the mattress for school going children. Our families, a man and a woman, going to sleep on these small things. Why should they bribe people with such things? And now I believe, and very strongly too, that the government has very low opinion of people who are poor. People are poor, and they want to see that they can give them everything. But after the by-election, they don't give them those things. And the goods you see around, we see the government, people like Morkomen, Umolo, actually issuing a warning. What does the Constitution say about these activities which are criminal? Which one should come first, warning or arrest? I believe arrest should come first, and warning should actually go to people who are intending to do such.
The arrest would be a warning, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there should be arrest first before we come to the warning. Warning is meant for people who are still intending to do bad things, criminal activities. But you cannot keep on calling the press to tell these people warning every day.
You have a point.
You have a point.
Thank you so much, Onyango.
Going to IEBC, no, ethicon is not equal to the task. No. It's so biased and so unfair to people. Why should it warn people that he wants to postpone elections? What does the Constitution say? Huh? Why should he want to warn people that is going to postpone elections, which has been settled by the Constitution to take place on 16th July? I think he's not equal to the task, or is not actually interested in doing the task. He wants to please his master. That is what I have to say.
Onyango, thank you very much. Do have a safe day in Bondo today, and keep listening and tuning in and engaging in the conversations. Asante.
I do so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
James from Rongai calls in this morning. Hello, James. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi. How are you doing? This is James. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, James. What are your thoughts? Are these a warm-up to what we're going to see in 2027?
Let me tell you, next year is worst. I'm worried. It's gonna be worst. If this is what we are seeing, we are presiding over a goon republic. Yeah? And it cuts across both sides, the government and the opposition. You get the point? Because the other day, Gasha was telling Linda Onainyi not to go Ulkala. Why? Who are you to tell people not to go there? Yeah, so if the government, these people, they are good. They are cultivating this thing called Goonism. They are part of it. We are very worried. I'm sorry. We are very worried.
I hear you, James.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Folks seem to be worried. Let's hear what you have to say. Not to forget, that number is 0732 142653, 0732 142650. Dear Mr. President, seems that Kenyans are worried. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Washira and I'm calling from Nairobi. Good morning, Udo and Dennis.
Good morning, sir. What are your thoughts? Is this a warm-up to 2027?
I'm a worried man. I'm a worried man because they are setting a precedent to show that Kenya is not in a very good state of having elections. I think I was very worried for when IEBC mentioned that they were to postpone their local by-election. That's so it's something that they are premeditating. And if you see the state of the goonism that is happening in this country, the other day we saw during the day, Thika Road was blocked for almost like 2 hours. During the day, so people are not even fearing. So what is that? Human beings act in 3 ways, are manifest in 3 ways. One is what called expression, the one is called substitution, and the other one is called reflection. The state of security is in the state of mind. So if I'm not feeling secure in wherever I am, I will always be worried and always be having what call fear. This is what now they are trying to create a narrative so that they can postpone the election. So for me, I'm seeing a bigger picture. Whatever that's happening today is being prepared for 2027 and the postponement of 2027 because people are fearing. That is my good day. That's my comments for the day. Good day.
Thank you very much, Washira. Thanks for calling in this morning. Quite a number of you want to have something to say this morning. Let's take your calls. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Oh, yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning, Indu.
Good morning. How are you? What's your name and where are you calling in from?
I'm Josephat calling you from Narok.
Yes, Josephat.
How are you doing?
Well, all right. What are your thoughts this morning?
Dear Mr. President, I'm worried. I'm one of those people who are very much worried.
Why are you worried? Why are you worried, Josephat?
What is happening in our country, Kenya, ni jambo ambalo linaonekana 2027 it will not be business as usual.
Kwa nini?
If you buy election, just a by election, imagine a constituency. It is raising tension to the extent that people are dying. What about the general election? You see, like now this morning I watched somebody, all politicians say, we have every politician as goons, 50 to 60. And then he said, he went further to say that actually we promise citizens what we cannot deliver, but lying to them so that they can vote for us. So nikajiuliza, this kind of sentiments, this kind of whatever that is happening, surely, are we really taking care of our country? Look at the security sector. I listened to one of our good CS and our good PS in the security sector. When they tell us about politics, is that security? Can't they tell us, we want to do this, we have done this for securing the life and the property? But when he's telling us, you are supposed to do this, this is 2 times, a whole man in security. That means they are not doing what is expected of them. They are doing something else. And they have left now our country to goons. We have seen what happened yesterday. Now, I was asking myself, in Kisumu, watu wote walikuwa na arrows, whatever, and the stones, they're just on camera, they are seen, surely.
Yes.
Can they identify those people, 1, 2, 3, and tell them, come here, you had this, this is your face. Who sent you? And what were you doing? What is the aim of you going this way? Mambo itakuwa mzuri, but we are worried because things are just seen openly and nobody's taking action. They are just saying, these things are just like that. Haiti is coming to Kenya. But if it's making from heaven, because unajua saa zingine in the Bible, Pharaoh, God hardened his heart until he fell. If that is the issue, that from heaven, that is okay. I will not be worried because by the way Israel right now, the Kenyans will be liberated from oppression. Thank you so much.
Josephat, thank you very much for your call this morning. He says they're heading the Haiti way, but if this is going to happen to make sure that things come to a head, then so be it. We're hearing your calls. We're getting them this morning. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and continue with that in a short while. Dear Mr. President, this morning, folks are worried. A worried man, many, has talked about that this morning already, and they're saying if this is anything to go by, 2027 is going to be crazy. They say this. And 2007 was child's play. Not to be alarmist, we're not raising the alarm in that way, but we're hearing what Kenyans have to say. We're also running a poll today, so take part in that as well. And we're able to sample some of your thoughts on our socials this morning to be part of the conversation and to engage in what a warning should actually be. Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm James from Narok.
Yes, James. How are you doing this morning?
Yes, I'm doing well.
Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, my thoughts about Kenya today. Yes, as Kenyans, we have to be so worried. Because when you see now, the Kenya as a country has been made like someone business. Because, you see, someone is campaigning. Someone is really campaigning, and he has his all powers to control the country. He's doing his business.
Yes.
Building his own ground instead of controlling. Like my friend there said, that Kama. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that seems to have cut off. We're taking your calls. We can get it back clear and hopefully we can get that back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Eric. I'm calling from Eldoret.
Your name is?
Eric.
Yes, Eric from Eldoret. What are your thoughts this morning? Yes. Are we worried for nothing?
Okay, Mina Fikiria, I think we are blaming the police for not taking any action.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they take action, we blame them again for using excessive force.
Mm.
So, like yesterday in, say, Kisumu,
Mm-hmm.
kama polisi wangetumia risasi kupigana na watu, si mungekuwa hapa mkipiga kelele ati polisi imetumia nguvu zaidi.
Watu gani ambao walikuwa na hizo weapons? Oh.
Yes, those were weapons.
Okay.
We have seen police act, but we keep blaming them for nothing. So wameamua tu wache waone tu ndio mfurahi sasa.
Oh, even though wameona?
Sasa watafanya nini wakijaribu kuchukua hatua? Mtu ako na panga, ako na mshale, ako na mawe. Akitumia bunduki yake mnasema amepiga mtu risasi. Headlines hapa na pale. Lakini sasa hata wanashinda sasa wa take action ama wasichukue hatua.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think let's be rational.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. Asante sana for your call this morning. Let's hear from some others. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
I'm Onesmus Jalmativo calling from Kilifi.
Yes, Onesmus from Kilifi. What are your thoughts this morning? Is there something to be worried about?
Yeah, this issue of goons, according to me, it's like goons cannot operate in Kenya without the knowledge of the sitting government.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What makes you say that?
One thing that the government should know is that Kenyans are a bit intelligent. Mm-hmm. They are wise. They can get to know what is happening. They can get to know that kama ni hawa goons wakijitokeza, how the police are behaving. It tells clearly that they know, they have a prior knowledge of where the goons are organized from. Mm-hmm. Two, I've listened to a certain MP, and he says on a national TV, like where he was presenting himself from, that is Citizen. He's saying that each and every politician has goons. Mm-hmm. Sure. You wonder what kind of a country is this? Because I don't expect to have a leader who can openly say that they have, each and every leader has goons. That means he's telling us even the president has goons, even any other leader has goons. And totally that is wrong. Because if this is what is happening currently, surely, what about by next year? So, with me as a Kenyan citizen, as someone who loves the country, I think we are in the wrong direction, and probably I will say we have the wrong government in place, because I don't expect we have police, then we have is parallel. We are running another police in the name of goons.
Okay. Well, I hear you, and we hear what you're worried about. But thank you for calling in this morning, Asante Sana.
Okay, thank you.
All right, some more calls. We're taking them this morning, and then we'll be able to sample what you're saying on our socials today. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Habari asubuhi.
Salama kabisa.
Nasa ongea kuhusu mambo ya huyu ni Charles kutoka Siaya.
Charles from Siaya. Yes, tuambie.
Kutoka Siaya. Nilikuwa nasema kuhusu goons. Kitu na shangazwa ni hapa. Unaona polisi ukiangalia clip hiyo ya jana. Hiyo ya Kisumu hiyo. Unaona goons wako pamoja na polisi pamoja. So nashangaa kwa nini polisi hawawezi kutekeleza kazi yao. Kwa sababu mwatakana alinde mwananchi ni huyo polisi. Na huyo polisi ukiona wale watu walikuwa wameshika mishale, rungu, mawe na kadhalika. Polisi walikuwa na escort them. Kwa nini polisi hawakuchukua action? Kushika hata 10 kwa nini kati ya mmoja yao? Au wangechukua nafasi hiyo kwa sababu kitu ilikuwa inaonekana wazi. Wangeshoot hata mtu mmoja. Kwa sababu wasipofanya hivyo Hao kazi yao ni kuangalia tu ni kama picha. So who is helping who? Sababu tuko chini ya serikali. Na kama hiyo ni vitu inatendeka, hata nyinyi kwa studio hapo mko safe? Hamuko safe? Kwa sababu ukitoka hapo nje, kwa sababu kuna wakati utaenda kwako kwa nyumba. Ukienda kwako kwa nyumba, are you safe? We are not safe. Alafu serikali kazi yao ni kusema mwenye anatengeneza guns ni nani? Rigathi. Na Rigathi anaweza tengeneza guns Kisumu, anaweza tengeneza guns Kakamega, anaweza tengeneza guns Nairobi. Why are they crying? Let them face the fact. Serikali wa face the fact. Ukweli wa mambo, serikali ndio takana ifanye nini? Ilinde mwananchi. Hapo sisi sasa tutaogopa kwenda kanisani sababu ya guns. Why? And police are there. What can we run for? Tutakimbia wapi? Tutakimbilia wapi jamii kama polisi wanaangalia tu how face to face na wanawaona. Tukisema ni mapolisi na wanafunika mpaka uso. What can we do?
Indeed. Those are the questions, Charles.
Ni uchungu sana. Asante sana. Huyu baba yao kutoka Siaya.
Asante sana. Yeah, ni uchungu, and he's saying that he actually has to think about it.
Yeah.
So one call, and then we look into what folks are saying. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Both your names.
I'm called Stanley.
Sorry?
I'm called Stanley.
Yes, Stanley. Where are you calling from this morning?
Rift Valley.
Yes.
You know, we are facing a very big problem in Kenya. Mahali penye tunaelekea, it is not a good place. Remember, the other day people are walking in arrows on a day broad light in Kisumu. Only Linda Mwananchi, the other opposition people are being fought. But the people in government, they are not being fought. Bandits everywhere, guns everywhere. 2027 is coming. Are we really going to the correct direction? Walking all around, praising government. Is this what we want in Kenya? To come 2027. Irungu Kangata recently was in government. Yesterday, his driver was being hit with a rubber bullet. Do guns really work with guns with rubber bullets nowadays? We have to see this one for 2027.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Stanley, thank you. Let's take some of, the thoughts on socials this morning, and then just to hear what people have to say on this other side of the spectrum. And then we'll come back and pick some more of your calls. We can see quite a number of those coming in. Dennis?
Leah says, what's happening now is a warm-up to no election, as government claim election can't be a violent environment and declare a curfew or emergency. The regime of the day is scared of its citizenry. Now, tribal lords, that's according to Edwin, who says the situation is too bad. Mr. President is aware, and that's the plan of the government. And here we have Izakala says, watching our electoral management sometimes feels like boarding a plane whose pilots are still arguing over where the runway is. Now, Nuru says, the danger we are in is somebody is injured, robbed, killed, and no one will take responsibility. This will blame that, and that will blame this, and that ends there. Now, Jennifer says, I may not be able to call it, but this is my feedback now. The leaders from the religious sectors have let us down. They should come forward and condemn these heinous acts, and they should not accept the envelope. Smokey MC Bandit says, in fact, one of the major reasons this country continues to be in the problems is the constant comparisons and superimposition of the Bible and those stories on the country and citizens. We have many people who are talking here. Linda Gola, that's a very pedestrian opinion on the last caller. That is one of us one of the listeners who called in. Now, after 2007 and the end of Kibaki's team, how did the main suspects involved end up leading the country 20 years later? That is according to Omega. And Beatrice Odhiambo, someone is very scared to lose next elections. They might even be preparing to cancel it due to insecurity and extend their term in office. John Mureithi, I said the other day, police this may never change. We must introduce solutions like legalization of an equivalent of the U.S. Second Amendment law based on our context to avoid such in the future. John Murray, the police are also goons. Stop calling them police versus goons. Now, the irony, of course, is that all Kalau has demonstrated the government efficiency is not impossible, merely electoral. That's according to Isa Kale. And Mtuflani says, we are in big trouble.
Okay. So, everybody and their uncle wants to say something this morning because all the calls that were coming in. So let's just see if we can take as many of those as possible. Today, what your thoughts are. It seems as though folks are really concerned about what will happen in 2027. So let's go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to Dennis.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. My name is Kennedy. I'm calling from Nairobi.
Yes, Kennedy.
And remind you, the last time we spoke, I told you goons, they have a different price tag. So wenye mliona jana, wenye walikuwa na mshale, wenye walikuwa wamekaa mbele, hao walikuwa wamelipwa kama za 2 hivi ama 3.
The ones with now those uniformed weapons.
Yes. Yeah. And I love that those balls were probably not real. They are just to scare. But as a batons, zilikuwa za ukweli. And I'm really worried because the direction that we are headed is really dangerous. We are treading through dangerous water. Because even the goons now, najua dakika ya serikali kuwageuka na kuwaita militia, it's not even, they have no idea. Mungiki was there in 2007. It was used by politicians to kurudia hii maneno yenye wanafanya. It's something that is repeating. It's nothing new. It's nothing new in this Kenya, because we saw it in 2007, and the moment they were termed as a militia, very many people died, innocent and non-innocent. So these goons, they may be protected today, but tomorrow it might be something else, because even the same government that they are working alongside policemen, the same government will use the same policemen to kill them. And kwanza unajua goons hana kwake kuzuri. The citizens don't like them, and the politicians also don't like them because they use them for bad things, and they don't want to be associated with them. Now this goon culture, and also now the police themselves are also captured at the moment. They are also acting as goons. They are going around in balaclavas and also in batons. They are also wanahangaisha wananchi. And if we continue like this, basi the reset that we need as a country, basi we will see it in 2027. The reset that we saw in 2007, probably it was Christmas. In 2027, if it continues, the reset that we say tunataka reset, kila mtu sasa aende nyumbani, turudi sasa tujue kama tunataka inchi, it will happen in 2027. And then also the president that we have never even believed in this constitution. So mukisema ati the president has nothing to say. He has nothing to say because he never even believed in institutions. So that's why you see everyone acting like a goon, because you cannot tell me like the PS for youth and sport affairs killed someone in its car, and perhaps right now the president has not even spoken about it. You see now that one is coming from the top. Goonism from the top. Everyone is a goon, even in that cabinet.
Okay. We would like to get some thoughts from other Kenyans this morning, but Kennedy, what you've said, I mean, just taking those into consideration for engaging in the conversation. Asante.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. We'll hear from others this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Ndu and Aseto.
Good morning, sir.
Karaja Waweru.
Yes, Karaja. Habari ya leo?
Niko salama, but I was very worried, man.
What's worrying you, Mr. Karaja?
What we have seen in Kisumu, Olkarau, Nyahururu, is just a drop in the ocean. This is child play. 2027 will be total war. And my feeling is this. Our president is saying he will take the Samson option. He either gets it all or none gets anything. He leaves the country in bad shape for whoever who's going to take the country. Because we have vested powers on him. Remember when the Gen Zs were on the street, he even used the vifarus on people who were only carrying a bottle of water, a flag, and a phone. These are people with arrows and other crude weapons, and nobody is asking them a question.
Yeah.
So we should be a very, very worried nation. When the president, even after seeing that violence in all those places, has not uttered anything apart from insinuating that the opposition is the one sponsoring these goons. With all the powers vested on the IG, and he himself, he said, we do not give him a sword for cutting Sukuma Wiki. He cannot now mow down these guys who are in Keumbu. They did what they did. Even a person died and the others. So all this rests with the president, and we have seen a sequence in the government. When they say we are going east, don't go east, because they are going west.
I hear you.
They are always doing the opposite of whatever they are saying. Finally, I would like to, I tried to send a message through 22151. I wanted to answer Bwana Bigambo. The sentence, the words he used on Rigathi Gachagua, I think they apply to him more than they apply to Gachagua. May we pray God Almighty has all the powers, and he is the only one now who can stop these evil plans by this evil government. Thank you.
Karanja, thank you for calling in this morning and for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. Asante Sana. All right, let's see if we can get a few more calls in for folks to then be able to say what it is that they think about the situation. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. My name is Joe Odeng from Kisumu.
Yes,
Hi,
Joe. Share your thoughts with us this morning. What are you thinking? Is this light into 2027, or is it just for now?
When I look actually at the whole situation, you are seeing a situation where goons are calling the shots or the day. It's speculated that the police has even joined to be part of the goons. There is an element of negligence of duty, and I don't want to look up to the people at the top. But for the case that happened in Kisumu, the OCS should be arrested by IPOA for negligence of duty. These things were planned. You realize, like, they never just decided just at a moment that they're just going to find themselves in the streets armed to the teeth. And if at all IPOA cannot arrest the OCPD in charge of Kisumu and OCS, what should happen? Members of parliament should converge and allow citizens to take a choice on defending themselves, and everybody should be armed. Is either we negotiate with the goons, or the government takes charge and arrest the OCPD and the OCS for negligence of duty. And that is my take.
All right. Thank you very much for your call this morning, Asante. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Muturi. I'm calling from Embu.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Muturi?
My thoughts that I believe that the Minister of Internal Security should up his game and go beyond political boundaries, because this country is greater than any political arrangement. And I believe that we have a life after 2027. Kenya is not only about politics. I think the president should take charge and protect this country, because no matter who be elected as a president, we'll be having a country. We require a country. We have a generation to protect.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, and I believe that as an elected person, because me, I'm an elected member of County Assembly, and not one term, I've been there, and I was elected with that party. We require to have a country. We cannot live like this country is dying tomorrow. So I believe that this country is not only about the Kalenjin, Kikuyus, Luyas. This country is greater than any tribal line.
Yeah.
So we require not to blame the president, not to blame opposition, for all of us to get to our sense and know that we have a country, and Kenya has been there. Many people sacrifice for this country, and we cannot destroy a country which has built by many years because of a political arrangements.
Indeed. Thank you very much for calling in this morning and for sharing your thoughts. We'll hear from some others who have a thought to give as well. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling in from.
My name is Musa. I'm calling from Kisumu.
Yes, please share your thoughts this morning.
I just want to put out my concerns. It's so unfortunate that our president is so hungry for power that he's not even taking charge nor caring about the people losing their lives. And it's threatening because come 2027, this is already a signal that Kenya will ban. We cannot allow this country to go to the dogs. Kenya has come from so far. Kenyans should just wake up. If the government cannot take charge of security, then it's very unfortunate. It is painful to see our brothers and sisters being maimed in broad daylight because of power. How much is enough, Spice? Call it by its name. Let us not entertain this. We must not have Ruto. Ruto has failed. We refuse, we want, he has failed. And people have refused him. And we shall go to the ballot and we shall act. But this security matter should not be taken for granted, for heaven's sake. This is my take.
Thank you. A good one on that one as well. All right, hearing from some more of you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Sang from Nairobi.
Yes, Sang.
Now, I think my main issue is we have a narcissistic government that turns its blind eye and blames the citizens for the failures they have. Now, you have a government that will blame me for its failures instead of dealing with the failures. Then we cannot go anywhere if we have goons and criminals. Now, criminals, broad daylight robbing people, criminals working with politicians, speakers of National Assembly and Senate campaigning for the government where they're supposed to be neutral, cabinet secretaries, secretary who blames instead of arresting people. It's sad. It's sad. People have failed in their duties. We are paying them for basically doing nothing. I think it's time for the citizens just to say, enough is enough. And say, no, we are not going to be violent as citizens, but just say enough is enough. We don't want to be like this. If you cannot run, just, resign and go.
Indeed.
We don't have, scarcity of leaders. We do not need politicians. We need leaders. We need people who care about this country. People who they want the betterment of the country. Not people who want to kill us, people who want to maim us, people who want to blame others instead of arresting. If it is Rigathi and they have evidence, just go ahead and arrest. The people who are arrested in Keumbo yesterday, I heard in the news, their files disappeared. I mean, how can that happen? So no one has been held accountable since this government came to place. No one has been held. Even the people who have killed others, and we know, none of them has been held accountable. What makes us think that anyone will be held accountable?
Those are the questions that we need to ask.
Yeah, it's very sad. I'm now trying to mobilize my community around. Now, not in terms of the tribe, but community, the people I stay around.
Yes, absolutely.
and to tell them we cannot ban our country going to 2027, and everyone should look at their respective places. Just tell them we cannot ban our country. We have to live beyond, because we're living with our neighbors.
Indeed,
we cannot ban our country, and we should disapprove these politicians.
Yes,
and tell them we cannot ban our country. We mobilize our residents association, and tell our people we are not going to do what the government wants us to do. We are going to stay peaceful, and vote and come back home and rest, knowing that we are protecting ourselves. We have no one to protect protect ourselves, and just say we are not going to do to kill one another, neighbors.
Indeed,
that's what we can do, and the country will be secure, because we cannot be controlled by narcissistic individuals who will blame us and gaslight us.
Thank you very much for your thoughts this morning, Sang. And Sang's comments close it out for us this morning as we started off the week in the Situation Room. There, you've heard it, dear Mr. President. People are feeling that this is not the way to go.
You know, one thing that Sang has said that has stuck out is that when you look at public officers going out there and doing something against the law, they are criminals, because that is a criminal activity.
Indeed. It is. Thank you for being here in the Situation Room this Monday morning. There are more conversations to follow. Be engaged, folks. Good morning. Sugar and Spice comes in at 11 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your listening, and we'll talk again tomorrow, God willing. Good morning.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.